It's Neil Atkinson, it's Paul Cope, it's Talking Reds, it's a glue gun, ladies and gentlemen. This is where we're building. I say we. It's very much Sam Walker.
Me and you.
Well, not me and you.
That was news to me, that we.
Yeah, me and you were going to start doing this. No. Sam Walkerdine has been building another Anfield wrap set and we're really excited about it. So it is currently obviously a work in progress. At some point those pictures behind us will be filled in with portraits of great leaders of our time, such as Bill Shankly, Bob Paisley, Mo Stewart, and yes, etc. Those pictures will be filled in and this desk will probably have something on top of it, but it's a good desk, isn't it?
I love this desk,
yeah.
Really
He's built this from scratch.
I'm only saying that because Sam's literally standing behind the counter.
Yeah, he built it from scratch and to measure. And yeah, there was a day when we got the table legs delivered. I love it when Mad, you know, what you do, lads? So we do a media-based sort of football business. Oh yeah, what do you want these 8 table legs for? Well, this is what's happening at the Anfield Wrap Studio. We thought we'd give you a little look behind the scenes as we crack on into 2019, and the Reds are cracking on into 2019, but without any right backs. We packed them in.
Yeah, we don't need them now, do we? Although I was thinking, when I saw that on your list, I was like, I'm a right back.
Yeah, you'd be all right, you know.
I know. I looked at it. When you see Joel Mata playing right side of the centre half and Milner right back, I was thinking, me and you have done a little job there. I think worst case scenario, you play alongside Virgil and I'm right back. I honestly think Robbo, you can put any two with Robbo, Virgil and Alisson and it'll be all right.
They'll just get sorted out.
It'll just be fine. Like Joel Matip all of a sudden, when the injury news came through and you're like, when you find yourself going, well, that's disappointing. Where did that come from? Yeah. But that's only because he's played a couple of games next to Virgil van Dijk.
And with Alisson behind him.
And all of a sudden it's like, looks like a good goal here. It looks like a good centre-back in. I'm telling you, mate, there's still a chance.
Still a chance. That is the absolute worst case scenario. I love... you see, obviously I want Liverpool to win every game, and the way you win every game is by having your best players fit all the time. That's definitely true.
Yes.
But I do love a good injury crisis from the point of view of the fact that all sorts of permutations start to come into your mind. You're suddenly wondering who can be pressed into service in which position. Coming up, I had a little moment today where I thought, could do worse than put Shaqiri right back. And that's absolutely insane. That's an insane thing to think about.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, so
from a content perspective, it's incredible, isn't it?
It's absolute grist to my mill.
Absolutely.
So I think there's both the short-term thing, which is maybe Alexander-Arnold for 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, but then there is a longer-term thing, which is someone's got to cover Alexander-Arnold.
Yes.
Someone's got to play centre-half. Clyne's weird. No one knows what's wrong with him. No. Someone's got to cover Dexy Lovren when he gets himself put out of action due to a hair-based injury.
Yeah.
We've got to cover all these eventualities.
Can we talk about Clyne for a bit?
Go on.
Did I tell you I saw Clyne?
No, how was he?
So I know he's alive. But well, I don't know because that was about 6 months ago. I moved to Formby a while ago now. Yeah. Basically with the intention of becoming best mates with Klopp. I haven't seen him once. I have seen.
And you walk a lot of dogs.
Yeah, I do. I walk a lot of dogs, and I often walk past his street. Just not down his street because I think that's too much.
Yeah, it's
weird. Just along the edge of the road, just so there might be
the Klopp perimeter.
Yeah,
you walk the Klopp perimeter.
I've seen his wife, but I saw my big story. So my missus basically saw the whole. She's seen the whole repertoire. She's seen Gerrard, Kenny Dalglish, Jurgen's wife. I saw John Parrott in the Chippy. That was my big one.
One of the top Evertonians of our time. Yeah. Maybe get him in one of the pictures. What's a Parrott in one of the pictures?
We should have. And he was having a conveation about snooker with the fella behind the counter.
Of course he was.
Which was incredible. But I
never off, is he?
No, exactly. He had that look on his face of, I just want some fish and chips, mate. That was it. That was the look on his face. Do we have to talk about the time that black? Oh, God. I saw Nathaniel Clyne. And it was one of those where someone pulls up in this massive black Bentley, and I think, oh, but do you ever have those moments? This happened to be once with Fernando Torres in town. I've got all the name drops today, haven't I? And do you know when you walk past someone and sort of let on, because your brain does the thing where you're like, I know you. Yeah. And it's not until you've walked past it, like, oh, that was Nathaniel Clyne. Yeah. It's not one of my acquaintances. He doesn't know who I am. But he's alive. That's the purpose of that story. And people forget, he was a really brilliant right back. So if we can get him back to life and back in the team, problem solved.
Never know your luck in a raffle. Might need to run a game with Nathaniel Clyne. That's my only concern with him. But this might be an opportunity for him to get them if he is fit. If I was like on the verge of being fit, if I was Nathaniel Clyne, I'd right now be doing absolutely everything in my power to get myself into selection contention certainly for Wolves and for Newcastle. I think those two. Because the other thing I'd say is James Milner goes off with cramp. against Napoli, and he's already, doing an unbelievable job with the miles on the clock and the age of him. Yes. But there is the idea of having him play right back for the Jurgen Klopp team for a sustained Christmas period. I bet you the person who's most gutted by this series of developments is James Milner.
100%. Well, even as you were saying before, and you're like, you're thinking of all the permutations, the only one that's going through Klopp's and Milner's mind is it's going to be James, isn't it? It's going to be Millie, isn't it? Millie's like, oh, God, here we go. Well, it's funny, isn't it, that after that game he played there, he was like, another position to add to my list.
Yeah.
That he can't have many. Has he just got goalie left now?
I actually, again, the other thing I thought was, do you reckon he could do an hour centre-half? I think he could do an hour centre-half.
I think he could do an hour centre-half, yeah.
I'd be into that,
Yeah.
Let's just imagine James Milner starts Newcastle at home centre-half.
Yeah, I quite like that.
I'm into it big time.
Yeah. And I think actually Rafa would love it.
Wouldn't he? Rafa would doff his cap to it big. Yeah, would really be delighted on the sidelines there, Rafa.
Yeah, he'd be a big fan of that.
Big hugs as everyone's coming off.
Yeah.
It's going to be at least exciting. I think it's got to be Milner against United though, right back, and Big Degsy starts centre-half.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
no messing about.
No, straight in.
Sorry if we've blown anything there. If Liverpool LFC TV are watching and thinking, good God, Jurgen told us to keep that under wraps. Jose Mourinho will be watching this for scouting purposes. We're going to have a chat about United in a little while and about how angry they are. They just can't have a nice time, these lads, anymore. They all seem so angry and disappointed in one another. We're going to have a lovely little chat about them in a minute or two. I want to mention that we've got, with our lead partners for 2018, RedsBet, a risk-free £10 bet this weekend they're putting out. If you go to the Anfield, it's in the link of this YouTube description. They are putting that out. It's a risk-free £10 bet. So if you're if you have been in the past interested in gambling, then feel free to go with that. But if you're not, don't worry about it at all. It's not meant to be for everybody, just for those who choose to go with a bookmaker, where 50% of their profits, your losses, goes to supporter-related causes. They've also put an Anfield Wrap special bet on. Guess what I asked for? Divock last goal.
Nice.
7-1. Absolutely delighted.
Yeah.
Divock last goal. 6 or 7-1, I'm not quite sure, but yeah, Divock last goal. I just felt, let's do this.
It would be funny when off the back of you just saying that, he gets driven into like evens. Just off that bet.
Just the money's piling up on
everyone's
Divock.
Like, I'll have a tenner on that.
Yeah, it becomes so suddenly Red's better on the phone saying, Neil, this has gone too successfully. Can we pull it back? Here's some words from OneFootball.
Okay, so the Anfield Wrap has given OneFootball, an app you can get from the App Store, a shout today. The reason being is that I use that app. I haven't downloaded every football app in the world, but I have downloaded this one. It works really well. It's got information about all the teams, all the leagues. You can pick what information you want and you will get that as a push notification. You can follow live matches in terms of getting notifications of goals, of big incidents, of half-time, full-time, that kind of thing. It's got transfer rumours on there as well, which we know at the Anfield Wrap are always really popular. So there's everything on there that you'd need really, and if you go on there as well, on the App Store, you'll see that over 32,000 people have rated this app, and they've rated it so far 4.8 out of 5. Now I'm always keeping an eye on how the Anfield app's done, but that is some going on the App Store, so well done to them. And that is why we are endorsing OneFootball.
Welcome back. Manchester United are angry. I can't quite work out. I'm not even going to worry right now about whether or not this is in our favour on Sunday or not. Because, I think Sunday's much of Sunday is probably going to be down to what we do and not anything else. But they are just such a grumpy gang of humans at the minute. The supporters are grumpy. Every time they cut to Ed Woodward, they never cut to Ed Woodward when he just shared a joke at the game. Do you know what I'm like? Ed's probably thinking at times, I have a laugh at the match, I sit with the boys, we have a bit of a chat. There's a little bit of illicit chat that I wouldn't really want to put out there necessarily. He does a little bit of this and that, and it's all right. And then every time they cut to him, he's like, with his face, with his big potato face. I honestly, poor Ed, he deserves better. Mourinho's angry, although he's mostly shaven at the minute. It's always worth watching out for that. Maybe it's because he's European night, he didn't want to go to Spain and look like he lives in a bin. Maybe he's got a decent place to sleep there. But they're just grumpy lads.
Yeah, and probably rightly so. Do you reckon it comes from Jose, or do you reckon it comes from deeper in? It's like, because it's like with loads of things, isn't it? Like if your boss is dead grumpy, it's hard to not be grumpy. Because you sort of just...
You take the vibe.
You're taking the vibe off them.
You set the weather.
If he's grumpy and you're bouncing around the place laughing, you're thinking, that's not going to last, is it?
He's
going to get rid of me. So I'll turn into I'll just keep my head down here, mate. So do you think it comes from him?
I think it might come from him. I think it might also just sort of come from. So I think anyway, you know, let's get massive here. We know what happened last night in the Conservative Party, where they appear to just now be running the country for the interests of the Conservative Party and no one else.
Yeah.
But what all that leads to is an unbelievable amount of uncertainty. So I've got a bit of a theory at the minute that whether people are politically engaged or not, everyone's massively uncertain.
Yeah.
About lots of things in their lives, and we, whether or not, but as I say, you're engaged with the reality of that or not, it's somewhere in the back of your mind, it's in your psyche, you can't shake it.
Yeah.
I think that Man United are going through 5 years post-Ferguson now of just constant uncertainty.
Yeah.
So there's the cosmic uncertainty, and then there's their day-to-day uncertainty of...
This is big, isn't it?
Yeah, we used to know exactly what was happening because there was that fella and he sorted everything out, broadly speaking. And that fella's gone.
Yeah.
And there's now been 3 other fellas up to this point, and it's not to compare any of them. Mourinho's obviously the most successful and gifted of those managers.
Yeah.
But it's not about that really. It's just, how would you be Manchester United with this much uncertainty? We never used to have that.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's doing them.
Well, what's also doing them as well is, because as you described that, you basically just described the last 20 years of being a Liverpool supporter.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what we had the whole time was looking down the road at them going,
yep.
They've got it all boxed up, haven't they? He knows what he's doing. They all seem quite happy. And they've got it, it's the other way around now, isn't it? It's like, it's incredible. If you'd have stopped when Ferguson was leaving, I think this is what we'd have all dreamed of, but we probably would have been too scared to even let that dream like roll around our heads. But it's incredible the change since then.
Yep.
When they must look down at us and think, or look up at us.
Look up at us.
Yeah.
It's the right way around, as everybody has to.
Yeah.
At least for a couple of days.
Imagine what they give to have Klopp. Imagine. And the stability, and even the fact that whenever we buy players now, everyone's like, he was a good signing, wasn't he?
That was obvious.
That was good.
Yeah, but also that was obvious. Of course you buy that, lad.
Yeah. Whereas what they keep doing is spending 50 million quid on someone, 80 million quid on someone, and then it going,
We've got him now.
Didn't work out, did it?
What
should we do with him?
Yeah.
Put him on the bench. Who are we going to play instead of Pogba? McTominay?
I love Big Scott.
What? Imagine just that as a debate. Like, think about all the shit we go through as Liverpool fans and all the debates we have, and Henderson or Fabinho or all this, and they've got... McTominay's playing ahead of Pogba. It doesn't really make any sense, does it? To the fact that, did you see Carragher and Neville doing their combined 11? Yeah. And it's even messed with their heads, because Neville's going, well, Pogba's got to be in the combined 11. And Carragher's going to him, he's not even in your 11. How does that work? And they're both sort of having this like existential conversation of, but we know he's brilliant. He is. He must be.
He is brilliant.
Not as good as Scott McTominay.
There's no McTominay, not in this day and age.
What can you do?
Very much so. No, it's hysterical. It really is. It really is. And I think it is that sort of that. They just, and I think you see, so the way the squad's been built, there's still lads playing who Ferguson bought. There's still, Phil Jones scores an own goal last night and he's a Ferguson signing. Incredible. And then you've got the Moyes signings are still in there. Fellaini's the most important player of the club. Yeah. Arguably, he was bought by Moyes.
By Moyes, yeah. I love that. It's one of my favourite things. Fellaini is still so integral to anything they can do.
Yeah. So Fellaini's so important, and then you've got the lads who came in under Van Gaal, and then you've got the Mourinho boys. So Mata's really important to them, but I think Van Gaal brought Mata in, or it might have been Moyes, but Van Gaal used him as well. And Mourinho sold him when he was at Chelsea, but now he's really important for Mourinho. Yeah. And you're just all a bit like, and I haven't named. I don't think anyone I've named there is a bad player. This is a squad that came second last season. Everyone I've just named there was part of that. These aren't bad footballers, but it is just cataclysmic uncertainty. The only thing that is certain about Manchester United is the amount of time Ashley Young will take over his first throw-in at Anfield. Unless he's suspended, he might be suspended actually. It'll be someone else's job to take a year and a day over their first throw-in at Anfield. And when that happens, it's really important. We don't scream and shout. We don't rant and rave. We point and we laugh. Yeah. That is the only adequate response to when Man United start wasting time within the first 5 minutes at Anfield, is pointing and laughing and saying, what is the point of all of this? I've got some live shows to sell. We are doing a live show in Brighton before we play Brighton on that Friday, before Brighton away. Really excited about it. We had a ball in Brighton last year, and we also did a show early this season. A live show on air in the Baltic quarter, and it went really well. So we're doing another one before Arsenal. Probably be for about 12 o'clock on the day. Doors will be about 12 o'clock. I think we'll probably go on about 1. Arsenal's a 5:30 kick-off. It's not quite as cramped. Last time it was a 3 o'clock. I think it was Cardiff, the day of Cardiff last time. But we had a load of fun doing that as well. So we're doing that, and we're supporting Opening Up Cricket and Tired, those separate campaigns in amongst that. So if you want to come down, you can find out all the info, the shows. Paul's about to do preview. Excited?
Yeah, always excited.
It's going to be a bit more serious on that one.
Little bit more serious,
yeah. Just a bit of factual stuff. Like, for instance, people might know there whether or not Ashley Young is suspended or not. They might have that information at their fingertips.
I like to rely on the other people being that serious.
That's their job.
Yeah.
That he's about to do that in a minute or two. That'll be out later today. We've got Second Look, or out tomorrow morning, the preview. We've got Second Look, which is currently sitting there. That's out. Really good to look back at Napoli. Enjoyed that with Rob Gutman and Adam Amelia. Their videos for you sitting there. Also did the review yesterday with Sean Rogers. Had a ball. One for the future. Andy Kelly looking at the youth setup with Neil Jones and Glenn Price. Brilliant stuff all around that one. And then today we've got the Friday show coming out, and we're going to be doing an office AFQ today. It's our Christmas night out.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, get on
Where
this.
Where you going? Wow.
Look at that.
Wow. The way he's just had that sitting under there the whole time. Never knew.
The whole time. This is Thursday night, Neil.
This is incredible.
It's going to be huge.
Where are you going?
We're getting stuck in. I don't want to say on air.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? What about the mobbed hordes? You know what I mean? It'll be like Beatlemania.
Well, especially now with that top on.
Exactly. They'll be absolutely queuing around the block to try and find out where we are.
I can't take my eyes off it.
Well, it's the aim of the enterprise. Have a lovely Christmas. Talking Reds next time. See you in a bit.